Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy, and I am so happy that you've joined me here today for your weekly reading for November 17th to the 23rd. So first of all, I want to welcome all of you who are new, and of course those that are returning to my channel. I truly appreciate all of you taking the time to spend with me here today, but not only that, for also sharing your energy with me. So thank you. Now, before we get right into your reading, I think it's worth mentioning that we do have a new moon in Scorpio taking place, I believe it's on November 19th. So this lunar energy brings emotional renewal, transformation, and opportunity maybe to release those things, something that maybe no longer serves you. It might help you also to clear your path before you step into until you step into your own season, okay? Because towards the end of this week, we will be entering Sagittarius season. So let's get right into your reading. And of course, any of you that are sort of on the cusp of Scorpio Sagittarius, happy birthday. Let's begin your reading with your angel number and message. We will reveal it at the end of the reading. Let's see what Spirit would like to share with the beautiful sign Sagittarius. What is it that you would like to share with this beautiful sign? A very specific message right there. All right, let's begin your reading with the message that the angels would like to share with you before we get into the details of your reading, before we get all those multiple energies and messages. There is something very important that they need to deliver to you before we start the rest of the reading. So this is the angel message for Sagittarius. Spirit guides, what would you like to share with this beautiful sign? And you got the same as Cancer. Interesting. It says, obstacles are now falling away easily. Like, what is I don't know how that can happen with a deck that has so many cards. How are you connected, Sagittarius, to a Cancerian? Is it a partnership? Is it part of your birth chart? Could be somebody around you as well. But anyway, let's just keep going. Your reading will certainly be different. So obstacles are now falling away easily. It says the angels remind you that you are a highly capable person and that there is nothing that you can't overcome and achieve when you set your mind to it. The obstacles you have faced are lessons which have taught you about your own strength and resilience. And isn't that the truth? All right, what a beautiful way to start your messages. We, of course, will be referring back to that as we start to lay out more cards. All right, Sagittarius, we're now going to get your major arcana card. So what I've done is I've pulled the 22 major arcana cards out of a traditional tarot deck. This one is the Tarot of Dreams. So let's see what Spirit would like to share with you. This is the main energy surrounding Sagittarius for the week. And you've got the moon. Now, very interesting because we have that moon, a new moon energy in Scorpio on the 19th. Number 18, the moon. So this can certainly be about your intuition. And you know what's interesting enough is that the moon sign in the tarot, the moon represents Pisces. Some people sometimes see it as Cancer as well. It depends. And intuitively, you can accept that message however you truly want to. All right, but the moon card is definitely about psychic ability, embracing your intuitiveness, trusting your inner gut. It can also be about your apprehensions about the future, about unknown things, things that maybe you feel are left in the dark. You need clarity on them. Sometimes we need some illumination on something in our life in order to bring closure or bring a new idea. So it can feel a little like there's a little bit of uncertainty around something this week. That could be what's linked to the obstacle. But the angels are reassuring you that the obstacles are now falling away easily, which means something that has felt a little unclear, whether that's your direction, communications with someone in your life, maybe your goals financially, maybe something to do with work. It'll be different for each of you. It very well can be that this darkness, you are going to see light. There's going to be light. There's going to be light illuminating something for you this week. And let's also keep in mind that the powerful new moon in Scorpio could be a powerful time for you as well. And what I'm thinking is more the 18th, the day before the new moon, because the moon card is number 18. So keep that as an important timeline, if that makes sense. Maybe it's a great time to manifest things. Let's also keep in mind that we are in Mercury retrograde. So again, it is a good time to assess things. The things that fear us most, maybe this is the time to take a step back and figure out how we can change our views on those obstacles and change them into opportunities. All right, let's get your incoming energies here. Energies for the beautiful sign Sagittarius as we move through the week. All right, you've got some new supportive connections coming in. All right, we'll look at the bottom of the deck in just a moment. All right, first of all, I think it's very important to make note that you've got 8 and 8. 8 energy, 8 people. All right, eights are very important. 8s are about power and abundance. They're about success, prosperity. They're also about manifestation. It can also be about karma balance as well, so balancing things out. 8 is also the astrological number. It's how the Scorpio falls into the astrology as well. So I think 8 is a very important and key number for you this week. But let's start with this one, which is the stuck energy. It could be part of the obstacle. We can sometimes be stuck in certain things because we don't have the clarity. There's still some sort of unknown factor, but you're not going to be stuck for long because you can actually see this beautiful rainbow, and the rainbow shows that after obstacles, we see joy, we see happiness, we see resolution. After storms, the rainbow appears. So again, I feel like there's going to be some light shedding on something for you this week. It could come in the form of new supportive connections. So this could be new people entering your life, whether or not these are people that stay in your life. Maybe they do. Maybe they're just people that come in to help you release something. Maybe they're the messengers. Maybe they're sending you the messages that you need to release you from this stuck energy. I feel like you've got a lot of feelings going on this week. Under the deck here, we have number 6, people. And this is the loving woman. Loving, caring, compassionate, loyal, dependable. Somewhat wears her heart on her sleeve. Again, feminine energy, but no gender. This could be somebody in your life, but most importantly, I believe that it is your energy that is shining through. You could be going through a mix of emotions, and especially with the moon energy. So we've got the moon shining through here. We also have a rainbow that is shining through here. We have the intensity of the new moon energy on November 19th, which I feel you're going to start feeling on the 18th. So I feel like this is just an emotional week, maybe to sort emotions out. All right, let's keep going. Find out what's all that sort of means. Now we're going to do 3 rows of 2. When I do the weekly readings, I take it as beginning, middle, and end of week, but I always want you to use your own intuition with the way that the messages come out. All right, we're going to start with those first 2 cards, and we're going to clarify each one. So let's see. This is for Sagittarius. The messages that you would like to deliver this week. One there. Oh, and there. All right. All right, interesting. Okay, we've got a little bit of conflict, maybe negotiations. All right, sometimes we're negotiating things. We could be negotiating something of a new opportunity. Interesting. So let me read them first of all. I get ahead of myself and I apologize. I will always take the step back because it's just I'm Sagittarius, so I'm filled with a lot of very passionate energy. Now, the 5 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, both perfect element for you because they're fiery energy. Now, it looks like there is some sort of opportunity or a new beginning. You're releasing something, an old pattern, all right? Maybe you're conflicting with releasing something, an old way of thinking. Maybe you've been stuck. The stuck energy is maybe you've been stuck in your ways. You've been stuck on something, and that's felt like an obstacle to you because maybe you are trying to find a new way of looking at something, a new perspective. You need light to be shed on something so that you can release yourself from the stuck energy. When we feel those obstacles, which is this Five of Wands, you know, it can make it hard for us to change patterns. But I honestly, the energy I'm getting really feeling as I hold these two cards is that this Five of Wands is actually what is going to help you. There's some sort of drive or maybe competition, all right? But something is delivering you a message that brings out your fiery energy. And it's like all of a sudden you're ready to get what you want. Maybe fight for what you want, you know, if you want to use that word. If it's not a word you like to use, then just let it go. But I feel like sometimes we need sort of that initial, it almost feels like competitiveness, because I think we're competitive by nature, Sagittarius. So you know what? You see the bigger picture. So you know what? Nothing's going to stand in your way. We even know that through the obstacles, because it even says that you have that your lessons in your life have taught you your own strength and resiliency. Your own strength and resiliency is bringing in a new opportunity. Something beautiful is coming in here. All right. Let's see why the Five of Wands. We're going to start with that Five of Wands. Thank you. And you got the Fool. Yeah. Are you resistant for change? Hopefully not. I don't think so. I think you're ready for change. I think you're just trying to figure out how you can do it. You've been stuck in some sort of energy for maybe a very long time. And I think that the new supportive connections is either spirit, okay, because it doesn't always have to be somebody in human form that comes into your life that helps you release yourself from a stuck energy. It could be your own spirituality or an ancestor, somebody who's passed on, who kind of gives you or sheds light on a situation as well. The new energy, this is taking a leap of faith. Don't let anything hold you back. I think you're almost really ready. You know, like the Five of Wands to me is almost like, you know what? Yeah, there's going to be obstacles and challenges in my way as I proceed forward with some sort of new opportunity, new offer, new relationship, new financial prospect, new creative idea. But you know what? It's the drive and the force that I need. It's almost like something's lighting you up and giving you the energy to take that leap of faith, to accept this new opportunity, to see that this zero Fool energy is the beginning of something new. And along that journey, you're going to learn so much. And you're going to take what you've learned and you're going to apply it to all of this as well. Let's look at the Ace of Wands. Let's find out. And during the whole course of all of this, you are that loving woman, no gender. Your heart is invested into this. Eight of Cups. All right. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from the things that no longer serve us. Okay. And that's part of that new moon in Scorpio. It's part and parcel of accepting new opportunities, but having to leave something behind. And what we have to leave behind is whatever that stuck energy is. Something has left you feeling stuck. And I want you to keep in mind that that is also the number 8. Okay. So we've got 8 energy and we've got 8 of Cups. All right, and then we've got the new supportive connections, that's also 8. So 8, 8, 8. That means something, okay? That's something, that's almost karmic energy coming in its own sense. And I feel like this opportunity is something that you really are going to want to grasp onto. The Ace of Wands can be seen as releasing something from your old patterns to bring in new energy as well, bring in new opportunities, see those new opportunities and recognize them. But in order to be able to do that, you have to release something. So maybe something from the past that's left you feeling stuck needs to be released. You have the strength and resiliency to overcome this obstacle. Let's look at the next row. We're going to get your 2 cards here. We've got the Page of Pentacles, so something certainly new. Wow, we've got 3 cards here. So, you know what? When they come out in a clump like that, maybe that one. That one wanted to come right after it. When they come out in a clump like that, I don't feel the energy of them. All right, let's take these 2 cards now. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Something new. Again, there's something new. Maybe it's linked to this Ace of Wands, the new opportunity. Something that you're willing to accept. Pages princesses, they're all youthful energy, they're new energy, and I'm seeing a lot of new beginning energy here, especially with the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and now the Page of Pentacles. It could be for some of you because it does come with the six major arcana, the Lovers, Gemini energy. It could be a new opportunity of love for some of you, something in the new, the beginning phase. Could be somebody who is very supportive as well. So it could be those new supportive connections that are coming in. It could be a new idea as well. Choices and decisions, okay? The Lovers card is not always about lovers. It can be about making choices and decisions about some sort of new opportunity. Something that could be an investment, because it's the Page of Pentacles, so it is something that maybe is earthly. It has something to do with the physical. It can be something to do with the physical. It could be a new opportunity that's coming in that it could be as simple as you having to make a choice with a job offer, with a new investment. Maybe you're purchasing something, okay, and there's a choice and decision that's going to have to be made, but it also can be love as well coming in. I mean, maybe let's stop guessing and let's get the clarifier here. All right. Well, as I'm doing that, that's what wanted to come out. It's definitely something to do with, it's a new opportunity that's going to expand into something much bigger and much greater, and maybe even greater than you even anticipate. I think that this could be gaining more, you could be exploring more education. You're learning some of the new skills, but it's bringing you the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Coins. This is about leaving a legacy. I feel like you're working on something that could be something that lives on longer than you're even here. Maybe it's something spiritual, but I'm feeling like it's something really grounded. It's grounded, practical energy. I feel like it's almost like it's tangible. All right. So I feel like, again, your creative juices are flowing. You've been stuck in energy because something's calling out to you. There's a calling for you and you haven't been able to put your finger on it, but a new beginning is just right there for you. It's all going to be up to you with the choices and the decisions here, but it's something. I believe there's a message that's going to come to you this week, and I believe that it's going to come just after that new moon in Scorpio, and it has something to do with long-term financial benefits, a treasure chest. For some people, it is inheritances. It could be family money, all right? Could be past monies from investments. Maybe they've incurred more revenue for you, or there's maybe a job increase. But I believe that it's also something that you are pursuing, that you are leaving your own sense of legacy. So whether or not you're writing a book or you're doing something that is going to impact people in your life for a very long time. I'm just getting that. And there's choices and decisions. It could have to do now, if there is a new partner in your life, if you're looking for love, this very well could be something. I feel like it's almost like you have somebody in, if this is a new partnership, there's a lot of financial stability in the partnership. Also could be an earth sign. So it could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, if that's the case. I feel like there's just really good energy here with a partnership. Let's get the Lovers card here. This is for the beautiful sign Sagittarius. The Lovers card and the Tower, big changes. I'm getting another one for that. Number 16, your whole foundation is changing. Well, sure it is. You've been stuck in a certain energy for a long time, and what the universe is asking you to do is to face the obstacle, because the obstacle is really going to melt away. The Eight of Cups is asking you to walk away from the things in your life that no longer serve you, because there's better opportunities coming in for you, and an opportunity or some sort of message that where you've been feeling darkness and uncertainty, there's so much light here, which means that this is something that brings light to a situation, all right? So it illuminates the situation. I'm seeing with the Lovers card, again, it could have something to do with partnerships, something long-term. Now with the Tower card, we're seeing that there is a big change happening, almost like a bolt of lightning. And again, the Tower is ruled by the planet Mars, so it can feel very It can feel very fire-based. It can feel very energetic. It can almost feel like a bolt of lightning, but sometimes that's what we need to release ourselves from the stuck energy, because this stuck energy is preventing you from making some choice or decision. Let's get a card for the Tower card, please. And then you got the Princess of Coins, and that's that Page of Coins. It's the same card. The decks refer to them differently. There is a big change coming because there's a message coming. Oh my gosh, there's a huge message coming. It's going to require you to make a decision. And in fact, I don't think you're going to have problems making the decision, because I feel like this is going to be something that's going to benefit you long term. Now, this could come suddenly, unexpected. It could feel like that bolt of lightning. The Tower card being ruled by Mars, traditionally, Scorpio is ruled by Mars. So I feel like there is a bit of Scorpio energy here. I also feel, especially because it depends on what decks you're using, you're going to see messages differently. But what I'm really loving to see in the illustration of this deck, and this is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I list all of the decks in my description, just in case you want to know. The devil is coming out of this tower. Whatever's been distracting you, whatever has been an obstacle for you, you see that Tower card is showing you that it's coming out of the tower. You're building a whole new, stronger foundation, and it has something to do with a message. You will receive some sort of very healthy message. Let's get the next two cards. We've got one there, and then the last one, and there we go. Okay, there's going to have to be some deep thinking going on, and I'm not shocked because there's a lot going on here. All right, let's start here with the Seven of Coins. We've got the Seven of Coins and number 9, the Hermit. Evaluating. So you're going to have to evaluate the things you've invested into. This card comes up a lot, I find, during Mercury retrograde, because it's a good time to advise the things, to revise, not revise, or maybe it is to just reevaluate and really review what it is we've been putting a lot of our time and effort into. And again, whether that's emotional, whether that is financial, all right, whether it's your energy, whether it's education, something you're trying to find out and figure out whether or not the growth is worth the investment. Am I seeing the growth that I want? And the Hermit card, I feel, is going to be, there's so much happening here for you this week, Sagittarius, that it's not a bad time for you to really look within for the wisdom and look within for the answers. This is very a wise soul, the Hermit. And sometimes there's big things in our life that require us to really just kind of take a step back. We don't always have to rush to make any choices or decisions. There is something changing in your life that is really life-altering. And I feel like it's a message coming through that is going to really have you evaluating where it is you want to make that next investment. And I feel like it can be something that is very prosperous for you. And all those obstacles that you've been facing up until now have actually been lessons that you've learned that you can apply. Those lessons that you've learned can be applied to this beautiful Hermit energy. Let's get the clarifying cards here for the Seven of Coins, please, for Sagittarius. Big changes happening. And I'm happy to say you got number 19, the Sun, right? The most beautiful, powerful card, other than the Empress. There's cards that I find, I mean, we all, as tarot and intuitive readers, we all have our favorite cards, but the Sun certainly is the vibe and the energy that we really want to see. And I think it comes with perfect illumination for the Moon card, which was your main energy. You were feeling, if you're coming into this reading feeling like there's been some uncertainty or that you just can't seem to make choice or decision because there just doesn't seem to be clarity, the thing that we want to see most is the Sun, because it illuminates the path. It helps us illuminate the choices and decisions as we lay them out in front of us. As we review the things in our life, the Sun helps us figure out the best path for us to move forward. That's going to show positive growth, that we're going to see positive, new, supportive connections, that we're going to release ourselves from stuck energy, that we will find the strength, the courage, and the ability to continue to move forward. And that's what that Sun offers. I feel like whatever it is you're investing into, you're going to come out of this with very positive answers. Let's get for the Hermit. You certainly have a lot of wisdom within. You have 2 7s here at the end here. All right, so we're seeing 8s are definitely a big thing. I'm seeing some 7s, which I feel is reflection. The reason why the Hermit card is going to be so necessary, why it's so important for you to take a little bit of a step back and just kind of work with the energy this week, because again, we still are in Mercury retrograde, so it's a great time to assess things. The 7 of Cups is feeling overwhelmed emotionally, and I'm not shocked because there's big changes happening here for you. There's a lot of things coming into play, and I think that there is a message, and I believe that with it being the Prince and Page of Pentacles or coins, same message, okay? It's the same message. It's not 2 messages. It's one solid message. It's a serious message. It's something that it's very much a choice and decision that you're going to have to make that can change the whole structure and foundation of your life. And it has you evaluating where you want to continue to commit yourself to. The Sun is showing extremely positive energy. So all of what's transpiring here has many positive elements to it. All right, let's now get your angel message. This is what the angels would like to share with you to show their support with all that's happening here. What would you like to share with the beautiful sign, Sagittarius? I'm going to go through it one more time. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right, you've got a few more messages. So what they're saying to you, there is something better. And I believe that that something better is the new opportunity. You're stuck in an energy, but there's something better. It's the new opportunity. So there's something you have to walk away from, because something better is certainly coming in for you. And it could have something linked with that message that's coming in. Remember, your whole foundation is changing, and you're actually throwing out of the Tower that devil energy. So the things that have distracted you or prevented you from staying on path or whatever that obstacle has been for you, the angels are reassuring you there is something better for you. We see it with the Sun energy. They want you to take action. All right, you have to take action. And I know that kind of that goes against what the Hermit card is. But when we look for wisdom, all right, we don't have to look for wisdom for days and weeks and years. When we take action, it doesn't mean we have to take it immediately either. All right, you're going to take the appropriate action, and sometimes action isn't physical. Sometimes it's with making a choice or decision. So a choice and decision, they want you to take action with making a choice or decision, and just know that you have helpful people. We know that because we saw it with the new supportive connections right in the beginning, which can be spiritual as well. So lots of beautiful messages there. 888, very important, and also the number 7. So please keep both of those as important numbers, but the most important number is the number we're going to reveal right now. And you got 3, 3, 3, 3. Social skills. It says hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. It says the problems you have today will eventually disappear. Well, that's exactly what this said. Obstacles are now falling away easily. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change, and I think that has a lot to do with the Tower card. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality, and don't let your ego get the best of you. Because I think you are going to almost feel like you are on a high note here, because things are really transpiring quite nicely for you. And remember, with that 10 of coins, some message that's coming in is something that is going to really benefit you personally for the long term, and even then some. All right, so just stay in connection with your guardian angels. Make sure that you continue to keep that positive outlook, because although there's a lot of things transpiring for you and it might emotionally feel a little overwhelming, this is a beautiful week for you, a very transformational week for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so very much for joining me. I certainly hope this resonates. And if it does, please like, share, subscribe, leave comments. It really helps support the Positive Light community, and I truly appreciate it. Until next time, sending love, light, and positive vibes.